I just finished watching Game 4 of the opening round playoff series between the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, wasn't the greatest game um, as far as like the performance of both teams overall. Relatively low scoring game. Had the look of and feel more of a mid to late 1990s. Marv Albert compared this like Marv Albert said something about it had the feel of more of a 80s or 90s. I wouldn't say 80s, but more of a late 90s feel, like a Knicks Heat or a Heat Pacers or Knicks Pacers type game. Toronto came to Milwaukee and won. Okay. DeMar DeRozan. I think I was looking at 78's video. I'm looking at some video, and the video wasn't about the Raptors, but somebody mentioned DeRozan, and it was a funny shit I seen, because in Game 3, DeMar DeRozan was held to 0 for 8 shooting. All his points coming from the foul line. And he referred to DeMar DeRozan as DeMar DeFrozen. And I just found that so goddamn hilarious, man. But Milwaukee wins by a count of 87-76, and they even the series at 2 games apiece. I think that Milwaukee really blew a great opportunity, because the next game is in Toronto. And although Milwaukee has shown the ability to beat them in Toronto, I think they blew a great opportunity to go up 3-1. If they were up 3-1, then I would have even favored Milwaukee to win the series. But now it's being 2-2, and I believe that 2 out of the next 3 games will be at Toronto. It's a kind of a tall deal, man. It's a tall stack of cards to be dealt with, okay, if you're Milwaukee. DeMar DeRozan bounced back beautifully tonight. He had 33 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Kyle Lowry got it going in the second half. Finished with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Serge Ibaka did not shoot well at all tonight. On the surface, he had a decent game, 10 points, 8 rebounds. But I think he finished like shooting 4 of 17 or something like that. For the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo did not have one of his better games. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. I've noticed that he took a lot of bad shots tonight. I think he was trying to get certain shots or take certain shots so he could get bailouts as far as fouls, but he wasn't getting those calls. I know there's certain shots that look similar to that, like those type of shots where you try to initiate contact and get something, but the officials weren't biting. And then some of the shots he was taking were just bad. There were some bad shots. Tony Snell with 19 points. I think he hit like 5 3-pointers. He was the one guy that tried to keep them in the ball game. Greg Monroe, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Chris Middleton, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Very good game by him. Greg Monroe missed a lot of free throws tonight. Michael Beasley earlier on looked like he was still enjoying 420. Threw up a couple of airball 3-pointer attempts. They didn't get a lot of help from anybody else. Matthew Dellavedova only 2 points. Brogdon, 2 points. Yeah, they didn't get a lot of help, man. And it doesn't help that in the fourth quarter, I think Milwaukee had something like 5 or 6 turnovers, while the Raptors had none of maybe 1. I think they had none in the fourth quarter. And all of that equal to the Raptors come back and win. And Milwaukee just played sloppy basketball in the fourth quarter, man. It was real sloppy. And This is it, man. Series is tied 2-2. Even if Milwaukee does go on to lose this series, they have nothing to be ashamed of because they're without one of their marquee players, Jabari Parker. And I think that this team, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're still relatively young, their core is. I think this is the team of the future, man. If they can keep this team together, we've heard this before, team of the future. You know, we've heard that term before. We've heard it with the Washington Bullets / Wizards with Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, and those guys. We've heard it with the Sacramento Kings. That never truly materialized. Okay, we've heard it, you know, with other teams. The Orlando Magic when Grant Hill and young Trace McGrady were there. You know, that's supposed to be the team of the future. They could contend with the Lakers for supremacy in the 2000s. Then Grant Hill goes down and, you know, that ends that. So you never know, but I think if this team stays healthy, especially if Jabari Parker comes back and stays healthy, they could do something in Milwaukee, man. But tell me what you guys think.